Hello everyone, this is Aaron Johnson with the Johnson iRacing team, bringing you a race today from USA International Speedway in Lakeland, Florida. This race was contested back in late July. It's going to feature 18 very fast rookie street stock drivers for 40 laps here at USA International Speedway. Let's walk through the starting grid, starting in the 18th spot in car number 18, sponsored by Monster Energy. That's Sergio Romero. Sergio racing out of Huelva, Spain. In the 17th spot, in car number 12 on your racing telemetry, but it'll show up as car number 3, the Mom and Pop's Sirloins car of Jeff Thompson. Jeff racing out of Carolina. Starting in the 16th spot on the grid, in car number 9 out of the Western region, that's Richard Gordon. In the 15th spot on the grid, in car number 10, racing out of Chugiak, Alaska, that's Warren Butch Ulrich. In the 14th spot, in car 17, sponsored by Thrustmaster, that's Stephen Mizuk from Canada. In the 13th spot, in car number 3, sponsored by Snap-on, racing out of Michigan, that's Douglas Henry. In the 12th spot on the grid, in car 15, that's the Richard Petty Tribute car, racing out of Gooley, England, that's Christopher Heppenstall. In the 11th spot, in car number 8, the Rowdy Energy Toyota Camry, that's Shannon McCurry. In the 10th spot, in car 11, the Valvoline Chevrolet of Evan Garvey. Starting 9th, in the car 16, that's Juan Fambella racing out of South America. In starting position 8, car number 5, JiRT Brooks from California. In the 7th spot, car number 13, that's the car of Tiffany Anklam. Tiffany racing out of Michigan. Starting in the 6th spot on the grid in car number 7, the Tide Chevrolet of Rich Matthews. Rich racing out of Aurora, Nebraska. In the 5th starting spot on the grid, car number 4 did not make the call for the starting bell. That's supposed to be Brady Floyd racing out of Columbia, South Carolina. In car number 14, position number 4, that is Jake Johnson in the Whiz Airlines Chevrolet. Jake racing out of Conifer, Colorado. Starting in the 3rd spot, in car number 2, that is Heikki Matonen from Finland. In the 2nd spot, in car number 6, that's Luke Thielen from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. And finally on the pole in car number 1, racing out of Illinois, it's Edward Wolf. Let's go ahead and jump into the action here. The pace car leads them out of turn number 4 onto the front
Appreciate
straightaway.
it, bud. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Wolf takes the green.
Yeah, brakes on your left, man.
And we are underway. Wolf out to a quick lead, followed by the 6 of Luke Thielen, then the 2 of Matonen. It's Wolf, Thielen, Matonen, Johnson, and then Brady Floyd in 4th here as we run through lap number 1. Edward Wolf leads them down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Wolf jumps out to a very quick early lead. Luke Thielen in 2nd, Matonen 3rd, Jake Johnson in 4th. Let's hop back with Jake Johnson as he leads that 2nd pack with the 4 of Brady Floyd right on his bumper. Floyd looks to the inside. Looks like Floyd's going to make the pass on Johnson. Johnson stays up high, gives Floyd plenty of room. The 7 of Rich Matthews also looking under Johnson. Matthews gets loose, manages to save that car, takes a little tap in the backside from 5. That's JiRT Brooks. But everybody okay. No harm, no foul. Back up front, it is Edward Wolf with the lead, followed by the 6 of Thielen. Thielen then followed by the 2 of Matonen. It's Wolf, Thielen, Matonen. Tiffany Anklam now moved up to 4th. Brady Floyd in 5th. Jake Johnson has dropped back to the 6th spot. We're on lap number 3 of 40 as we ride along with Luke Thielen as he heads down the back straightaway. Back up front, it's the 1 of Edward Wolf leading them out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. Wolf leads on as we finish lap 3. Starting lap 4 into turn number 1, Wolf running a nice smooth line, stretching the lead out over the 6 of Thielen and the 2 of Matonen. It's Wolf, Thielen, Matonen, Anklam, Floyd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wolf leads them down the back straightaway, followed by Thielen, Matonen, Anklam, and Floyd. Let's jump in with the 6 car. The 6 all by themselves. The 4 of Floyd looking underneath the 2 of Matonen, and 13 of Anklam sort of flickering in and out here. The 13 and 6 get together. There's going to be a crash here. 13 to the inside, 6 goes around. That puts the 2 of Matonen. Now he spins out too. The 11 goes by. That's going to put the 14 of Jake Johnson, looks like, in 2nd place. So it's going to be Johnson in second this time by as Edward Wolf continues to lead. An interesting sequence of events there, triggered by the 13 of Tiffany Anklam flickering in and out and then getting into the back of the 6th of Thielen. Up front, it's still Edward Wolf with a big lead. Wolf leading by about a straightaway in that black and white iRacing car. Wolf leads. Johnson second. The lapped car that's in between them, that looks like the 12 of Jeff Thompson. No, that's not the 12 of Thompson. But out front, it is still the 1 of Edward Wolf. Wolf leads as they come out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway. Wolf first, followed by Jake Johnson. In between them, I think, is the 15 car, the Richard Petty tribute of Christopher Heppenstall. Heppenstall racing out of Goole, England. That is Heppenstall between the 1 of Wolf and the 14 of Johnson. Johnson all by himself in second place. The 11 of Evan Garvey about a car length back. Johnson tries to get past the lapped 6 car. That 6 car of Luke Thielen. Thielen, the unfortunate victim of a spin when the 13 of Tiffany Anklam sort of flickered in and out. Anklam still out there on the racetrack. She's currently running 9th. It's Wolf up front. Now the 11 of Garvey looks to the inside of Johnson. Garvey makes himself a little space. Johnson gives him plenty of room. Evan Garvey's going to move around Jake Johnson. Johnson tries to pull the crossover move as he comes into turn number 1. Johnson back underneath the 11 of Garvey. So Johnson with a classic crossover move to hold on to second place. It's Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, then Heikki Matonen 4th, Brady Floyd 5th, Douglas Henry 6th, and Richard Gordon rounding out in the 7th spot. Behind Gordon is Ulrich, Anklam, and Mizuk rounding out the top 10. Let's go back up front with the 1 of Edward Wolf. Wolf nearly a half a lap ahead of the rest of the field. Edward Wolf with a big lead, leading them down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Wolf between 3 and 4 comes out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway. Edward Wolf with a big lead over the 14 of Jake Johnson. It's Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, Matonen, Floyd running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's work our way back through the field. In car number 1, the leader, that's Edward Wolf. In second place, it looks like Garvey has managed to make his way past Johnson. Johnson gives Garvey a little tap on the inside left rear fender, goes back around. It's Wolf, Garvey, Johnson. Johnson and Garvey really getting after each other on lap number 12. Johnson gave Garvey a little tap, got him a little loose, got underneath. Now it's Johnson in second, Evan Garvey in third. In the 4th spot, the black 2 of Heikki Matonen. Matonen racing out of Finland, doing a nice job here holding off the 4 of Brady Floyd. That's Floyd just behind Matonen in the black and green Chevrolet. Behind Floyd in 6th spot is the 3 of Doug Henry. Douglas Henry running in the 6th spot here, followed by the 9 of Rich Gordon. Rich Gordon, remember, racing out of Nebraska. Then the 13 of Anklam. Anklam was having some terrible internet issues, car flickering in and out. Still looks like it's flickering quite a little bit. That's going to be an issue. In the 9th spot, the 17 of Steven Mizuk. And then rounding out the top 10, that's Butch Ulrich. Sorry, Butch Ulrich just got passed by the 8 car of Shannon McCurry. So it's the 8 of McCurry running in 9th, looking to the inside of the 17 of Mizuk for that 9th spot. So it's McCurry taking over the 9th spot. Mizuk falling back to 10th with Butch Ulrich in the 11, running in the 10 and running in the 11th spot. Let's go back up front. We can see that Edward Wolf's beginning to close in on the back end of the field. Only 12 cars left on the lead lap. Wolf chasing down Sergio Romero in the 18. Wolf with a big lead over Johnson, followed by Garvey, Matonen, Floyd, and Doug Henry. Here Johnson closing now on the 15 of Christopher Hepper. That's the 3. Hepper already 1 lap down. Wolf looking to put Hepper a 2nd lap down. Hepper giving Wolf plenty of room, and Wolf goes by on the outside. Wolf past the 3 of Hepper, closing in on the 18 of Sergio Romero. Romero was looking to the inside of the 10 of Ulrich. Couldn't get that pass done, and here comes Wolf looking to put Sergio Romero a lap down. Wolf looks to the inside, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Romero gives him plenty of room, stays up high. A nice thing for the lap cars to do, give the leaders plenty of room. and Edward Wolf with a big lead as he passes by the lapped car of Sergio Romero. Wolf now looking under the 10 of Ulrich, and he's side by side with the 17 of Misek as well. They're 3 wide on the back straightaway. Ulrich thinks well and pulls out as the 17 of Misek driving like a maniac here, trying to stay on the lead lap. But Wolf's going to put Misek a lap down. He's going to put the 6 of Thielen another lap down. There will be 8 cars left on the lead lap. It looks like Tiffany Anklem has withdrawn. The internet connectivity issues must have been difficult enough for Anklem that she chose to leave this race. Back out front, it is still Edward Wolf with the lead, followed by the 14 of Jake Johnson. Johnson about a third of a lap behind, closing in on this pack of lapped cars that Wolf just worked his way through. It's Wolf, Johnson, Garvey in the 11 has dropped back to about half a straightaway behind Johnson as Johnson begins to pick up the pace. Johnson doesn't seem to have anything for Wolf at this time. He's far enough behind. I think he'll have a hard time catching Wolf. Johnson about 7 seconds back as we are at the halfway point of this race. 20 laps down, 20 to go. Out front, it is all Edward Wolf. More than a straightaway lead. Edward Wolf with a big lead. 8 cars left on the lead lap. Those cars, Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, Matonen, Floyd, Henry, Gordon, and McCurry. McCurry, the last car on the lead lap. Wolf continues to lead. The 8 of McCurry, the last car on the lead lap. We can see Wolf closing in on the 8 car. We're going to ride along with that banged up Toyota, the Rowdy Energy number 8 of Shannon McCurry. Edward Wolf closing on the 8, looking to put McCurry a lap down. That would leave only 7 cars on the lead lap. We can see Wolf coming into our picture here. He's about half a straightaway behind. Edward Wolf closing in on the 8 of McCurry. It's Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, Matonen, Floyd running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wolf's brakes glowing red hot. Wolf using a fair amount of brake here at the racetrack, but it seems to be working as Edward Wolf has a big lead. Wolf drives through turn 3 into turn 4, continues to close on the lapped car of McCurry. It's Wolf with a big lead, followed by Johnson, Garvey, Matonen, Brady, Floyd. Let's hop back through the field one more time. There's Jake Johnson in second, about a half a lap behind. Johnson closing in on a string of lapped cars behind Johnson. The 11 of Garvey, about 10 car lengths back. Garvey running third. Behind Garvey, the 4 of Floyd. Floyd closing in on the lapped 15 car of Christopher Heppenstall. Behind the 4 will be the 2 of Heikki Matonen. Matonen now has dropped back into the 5th spot. Behind Matonen, the 3 of Douglas Henry. That's Douglas Henry running in the 6th spot. In 7th, the 9 of Richard Gordon. And the last car on the lead lap was the 8 of McCurry, but McCurry has just been passed by Edward Wolf. There are 14 laps to go. Edward Wolf picking them up and putting them down, setting a blistering pace as he's lapped all but the top 7 cars. There are 7 cars left on the lead lap. Edward Wolf continues to lead. Wolf rolls into turn 3, then through 3 into 4, out onto the front straightaway. Edward Wolf leads them by 13 to go this time. The 1 of Wolf leads the field. Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, Floyd, Matonen running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 13 laps to go. Wolf stretching out the lead over Johnson. This race well in hand. Edward Wolf first, Jake Johnson second, then Garvey, Floyd, Matonen, Henry, and the 9 of Gordon. We don't see the 9 of Gordon, so Gordon is not in any imminent danger of going a lap down, but Edward Wolf continuing to stretch the lead over Jake Johnson. It's Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, Floyd, Matonen, Henry, Gordon. Let's walk through the field one more time. Directly behind Wolf, that's the lap number 8 car. That's the lapped 8 of Shannon McCurry. Behind McCurry in the 15 is Heppenstall, then the 10 of Warren Butch Ulrich, then the 3 of Jeff Thompson. Behind the 3, the 6 of Thielen, then the 7, that's the tied car of Rich Matthews, the 16, that's Juan Fambella, followed by the 14 of Jake Johnson. All those lap cars between the second place car of Johnson and the first place car of Edward Wolf. Behind Johnson, the 17, that's the lapped car of Misek, then the 18, that's the lapped car of Romero. Behind the 18 of Romero, the 11 of Evan Garvey runs third. Then the 4 of Floyd running fourth. Then the 2 of Matonen running fifth. Behind Matonen, the 3 of Douglas Henry. Henry closing on Matonen. Behind the 3, that's the 9 of Richard Gordon. And behind Gordon, the 1 of Edward Wolf. Wolf continues to lead, suffering from a little bit of internet lag. There are 8 to go this time by. Wolf drives down into turn number 1. Through 1 into 2, now out onto the back straightaway. Edward Wolf continuing to lead this race as it's Wolf, Johnson, Garvey, Floyd, Matonen. Matonen trying to hold off the 3 of Douglas Henry, and looks like he may be able to get that done. The 3 of Henry starting to fall back from Matonen just a little bit after having closed in recent laps. 7 to go. Edward Wolf continues to lead, followed by the 14 of Johnson, then the 11 of Garvey, the 4 of Floyd, the 2 of Matonen. It's Wolf, Johnson, Floyd, Matonen. Woo, the 6 of Thielen spins in turn 3. Wolf just gets by. A lucky break there for Edward Wolf as Thielen held the brake and Wolf got by on the low side. 6 to go. Wolf leads, followed by Johnson, Floyd, Matonen, Henry, and Gordon. 6 cars on the lead lap. Only 6, as the 11 of Evan Garvey must have been involved in an accident there. 6 to go, now 5 to go this time by. Let's look back into that lapped pack and see what we can see. We don't see anything there in the lapped pack. So let's go back up front with the 1 of Richard Gordon, or Edward Wolf. Edward Wolf half a lap ahead of Jake Johnson. There are 5 to go as Johnson continues to lead. Wolf continues to lead Johnson. It's Wolf, Johnson, Floyd, Henry, Gordon, and Heikki Matonen, the last car on the lead lap. 6 cars remain on the lead lap. 4 to go this time by. Edward Wolf with a huge lead over Jake Johnson. It's going to be Wolf, Johnson, Floyd, Henry, Gordon, Matonen. Those are your top 6. Wolf running a nice, smooth race. The brakes glowing red hot as Wolf's used more brake late in the race to keep that car stable. Wolf leads them past the start-finish line. 3 to go this time by. Edward Wolf looks like he's going to hang on, barring any sort of unfortunate catastrophe. It'll be Edward Wolf that takes this race. Edward Wolf down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Wolf continuing to lead, followed by Jake Johnson, then Floyd, Henry, Gordon, and Matonen. Brady Floyd has worked his way up to the 3rd position. This after starting in 5th. Wolf continues to lead. 2 to go. Wolf leads Johnson, then Floyd, then Henry, then Gordon, and finally Matonen. Edward Wolf leads them down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Wolf with a big lead. This race becoming pedestrian. This time by, it'll be the white flag for Edward Wolf. Edward Wolf is going to take the white flag. 1 to go as Wolf drives down into turn number 1 through 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. Edward Wolf leads them. There's a half a lap left. Edward Wolf is looking like he's going to win this race, barring any sort of catastrophe. Wolf into turn number 3, takes the car down onto the apron, a nice smooth line. Wolf holding onto the throttle, keeping that wheel steady. He comes out of 4 onto the front straightaway, and at the white flag, it is Edward Wolf taking the checkers. Jake Johnson continues to hold on to that 2nd spot. Jake Johnson's going to finish 2nd with Brady Floyd. Looks like he'll come home 3rd. The 3 of Douglas Henry moves all the way up to 4th. The 9 of Gordon 5th, and the 2 of Heikki Matonen will wind up 6th. Shannon McCurry in the 8th will finish 7th, followed by the 18 of Romero in 8th, the 17 of Mizuk in 9th, and Butch Ulrich will round out the top 10. It's a nice win for the 1 of Edward Wolf. Wolf started on the pole, led every lap. He's a regular in the iRacing Dirt Late Model Series. The 3 decides to do some sort of burnout. I'm not sure exactly why. I don't necessarily think finishing 4th is worth a burnout. But we're going to watch the 1 of Edward Wolf celebrate. Quite a race, ladies and gentlemen, from USA International Speedway. For the Johnson iRacing team on the Johnson iRacing Network, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.